What up, YouTube? I hope it's not too loud. I'm sitting by the street, about to catch the bus. But I wanted to make a quick video, and this one, I believe it is something that really increased my conversational abilities with women, and yeah, I would say specifically with women, and not only that, but it betters my mental health and gets me in a better state. And this is something I made up this technique. I call it the low-hanging fruit technique. So this technique when you're speaking is basically like, well, first I want to give a little bit of background. So for me, I kind of got ADHD and stuff, and like when I would converse with women, I would get nervous, and then I would think that I'd have to be super interesting. So I constantly make these stretches, like stretch to make a joke. I was trying to make all these jokes and trying to, like somehow relate one topic to like a more interesting topic so that I could segue into like topics that I thought were more interesting, just so that I didn't seem boring. So I was constantly trying so hard to do that, right? And not only does it look like you're trying hard, but it can also make the conversation quite unnatural and maybe a little bit stressful for both you guys. And not only that, but it can mess up your internal state where you keep becoming more and more anxious, and then it keeps making you repeat this pattern of trying really hard to be interesting and making jokes or anything like that. So what I actually ended up figuring out is that you want to stop stretching to make jokes. You want to stop trying so hard to like relate one topic to another topic in a conversation just so that you could be interesting. And what you actually want to do is you just want to transition topics in the easiest way. Because like, you think about what I call the low-hanging fruit technique. You're not doing anything, you're not doing some mental gymnastics in order to make the conversation interesting. It's just like when you're reaching for a low-hanging fruit, you don't got to stretch. You don't have to climb the tree. You just reach up and grab the fruit easily. And that's the way that I want you to converse with other people, where you don't do these mental gymnastics in order to be interesting. You just kind of almost sit there and relax, and if nothing comes out of it, it's better to just be boring. It's better that there's almost just a positive or a kind of awkward silence possibly, than if you're trying so hard. Like, I ended up like realizing how alluring how I was attracted to women who were kind of boring. And I realized why. It's because they had something that I don't, where I was trying so hard and they weren't. And like, this can actually make your status look higher. It can make you look like you're not trying, or like you don't have to try, like you don't have to prove anything. And it's like, even if you're super funny, even if you're like a comedian type dude, like this guy that I know, I think he's just kind of anxious and nervous, so he just makes jokes all the time, and he kind of always has to make things interesting. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be that interesting. Like, it's okay to just be kind of boring. That's my thought on it. You'll be interesting just by knowing yourself more, so you can share your thoughts on things. And sometimes it's okay, you gotta use a little bit of creativity, but stop, like, don't stretch, conversations in ways that don't feel natural, just so that you can sound interesting. And that may not be relatable to you, the viewer, but that was really relatable to me. And I realized it's the same over text too. Like, you'd probably rather be better off allowing a text conversation to die out and then come back like a week later with some other idea, or wait till you see them again, than to keep like stretching the conversation, like, asking who, what, when, where, why about anything and everything, just to keep the conversation going. It's better to just be chill. But yeah, I call it the low-hanging fruit technique. I made that up. All right, peace out, yo.